question from Mike. Today we got a question from Mike. What is the best belt? I'll be honest with you. I feel like question from Mike. Today we got a question from Mike. What is the best belt? I'll be honest with you. I feel like this is a very unfair question, very subjective to the person who is answering it. So I'll tell you what was my favorite belt. And obviously the answer will vary between different individuals for a variety of different reasons. We are just different people. We have different lives, different priorities at that given time. Our focus is on different things. So as you go through these motions, you will have your favorites. You will have the belts or the periods, the sprints in the life where it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. Sometimes you might even ask yourself a question that you want to quit. Don't quit, especially if you're blue belt. Don't. Keep pushing. Get through it. Get to that purple belt, and then life gets easier. But speaking of purple belts, in my opinion, that was my favorite. Purple belt was my favorite belt. Why? Well, I felt like at a white belt, I was full of confusion, full of chaos. It was just random information getting pushed onto me, and I didn't know what to do with it. I didn't know how to organize it. I didn't even know some of it, how it works. I didn't understand it. At blue, I had some understanding. I have an idea what was happening. I could comprehend the information that's coming to me. I would try to organize it, but then recalling it at the right time was still a little chaotic. So think about it like I had a menu, but everything was misplaced. And it was very just disorganized, if you will. But it was there. At purple belt, this is where things finally start making sense on a more global stage. I could see things coming. Maybe I didn't stop them just yet, but I definitely saw them coming. I was able to execute things in somewhat timely manner. I had answers to the attacks that my partners were giving me. I could sequence things. I was able to predict what might be happening. I was seeing options. And most importantly, all of this gave me opportunity to experiment more, to find my own way. That's why I think a lot of practitioners find purple as this most satisfying belt. This is where they call you develop your own style. You're starting to kind of adopt your own ways. You know enough to be dangerous, but you don't know enough to be the best. In a way, you're right in the middle right there, right? And it's the beauty behind it is that I think you know enough to be really effective, really efficient in jiu-jitsu, but that pressure of brown belt or black belt is not there yet. So in a way, you can pull things off without really having a consequences, if you know what I mean. It is much easier. Once the brown came along, there's a lot of eyes on you, there's responsibility, there is accountability for what you do, how you do it, and there's a lot of pressure associated with this. And obviously black belt is a very different journey, often mentioned as starting all over again. So, Mike, I hope this helps to answer your question. I hope you find your favorite belt. I hope you continue all the way through. But you know what, as I'm thinking about this right now, really the only way to figure out which belt is your favorite is get to the black belt. And then in a retrospect, you can start making these decisions. It's really, it's really unfair to make a favorite belt if you didn't make it all the way through, right? So anyhow, continue training, continue pushing, and I will see you guys on the mat. Peace.